Welcome back to the Napa County Office of Education Prevention, Health, and Wellness video presentation of the Stanford Tobacco Toolkit. This is the fourth and final video in our series, where we'll be discussing why young people may begin using e-cigarettes in the first place. There are many reasons why young people start using these devices. Flavors, changing social norms, life stressors, perceived reduced risk, marketing, and lack of addiction education are some of them. The industry is smart in their approach, so they focus on the flavors, changing the social norms, and marketing to push their agenda and attract young customers. Earlier, we discussed how pod-based companies have fruity and sweet pods along with colors. Why would there be over 15,500 e-juice flavor options such as Banana Butt and Honey Doo Doo? It's important to be aware that this is another example of the pod-based companies following a well-known advertising strategy from Big Tobacco's playbook. They know that the flavors are a great way to attract young customers because they're the group most interested in sweet flavors and bright colors. This tactic is so effective that flavored cigarettes have been banned since 2009, since extensive research shows that they are more appealing to young people. The pod-based companies, along with other e-cigarettes, have yet to be regulated in this way. More and more evidence is piling, proving that these flavors are dangerous in and of themselves. So far, we know that the flavors can impair lung function and increase risk of heart disease. Pod-based companies continue to use them because they know it makes their products seem appealing and safe to teens. Here's an e-cigarette advertisement for you to consider. And what I would like you to think about is, what audience do you think the ad is targeting? And how does this woman in the ad have a youthful appearance to her? Some things that you might consider on the page are the hashtag, the bright colors, the ponytail hair, the Letterman jacket, and even the pose that she's standing in. There have been increased concerns around how young people have been targeted by these pod-based companies on social media as well. For example, young social media influencers and other third-party influencers were paid by Juul Labs and other vaping companies to make juuling or vaping look cool. Here's a comment from one social media influencer who Juul Labs paid to promote their product to young people. After Juul stopped paying influencers to post their content, they promoted the device on social media in other ways, including commenting on people's posts and sharing discount codes. Even after Juul shut down its Instagram page, they still have an active account that's being tagged in posts daily. Many social media accounts post videos of young people using the products while giving shout-outs to Juul and other pod-based brands. Problematic memes and cartoons are also distributed via Twitter, which gives youth the impression that using is okay. It also leads to them equating the Juul's value with that of a human life, or treating Juul as a symbol of love and making room for it in our culture, and even not taking Juul addiction seriously. Social media allows for the industry to have widespread advertising at almost no cost. By sharing these cartoons and memes, young people have essentially done the advertising for them. Many companies like Juul do not need to post new content. They've planted their seeds in social media, so their customers now do the work for them. Let's wrap up by reviewing some of the different ways pod-based device companies, especially Juul, have shown themselves to be Big Tobacco reinvented. What Big Tobacco tactics have pod-based companies used? I can give you a few. They formulate their products to deliver as much nicotine as smoothly as possible for their customers. They introduced flavored products that are known to be attractive and harmful to teens. And they use marketing strategies that are known to attract teens as well. There are numerous other Big Tobacco strategies that these companies have used that we don't have time to cover here and now. If you're still not convinced that pod-based companies are simply reinventing Big Tobacco's addictive recipe, we can't really blame you, since these companies go through a lot of effort to make it seem like their motives are honest. They claim that e-cigarettes are designed for current smokers who want to quit or reduce their use of tobacco. But a recent study out of Dartmouth School of Medicine revealed that for every adult who uses vaping to quit smoking, 80 young people will initiate with e-cigarette products like Juul. There's one more fact that you should know. In March of 2019, Altria, the leading U.S. cigarette manufacturer, purchased 35% stake in Juul for $12.8 billion. Altria is the parent company of Philip Morris, the makers of Marlboro cigarettes. Now, there's no doubt that big tobacco is transitioning into big vape and stands to make billions more profiting from addicted customer base. This is the final video in our Stanford Tobacco Toolkit presentation. For support with quitting smoking or vaping, you can visit smokefree.gov or call the California Smokers Helpline at 1-800-NO-BUTS. To access this presentation and the references used, please visit tobaccopreventiontoolkit.stanford.edu.